I want to talk about the bill that became law in Indiana discriminating against homosexuals, allowing restaurants to say, no, we can't serve you because you're gay. Or maybe because they think the couple is gay. It could be a dude and his best friend or whatever, but um, they might even refuse me service. But then they would probably refuse me service for admitting that I support homosexual rights. Yeah, yeah. I do. I do. I'm not gay myself, but I support gay rights. Support same-sex marriage. I think anybody should have the freedom to marry another consenting adult. Which is why this gay marriage thing's not going to lead to bestial marriage. How do you get consent from a beast, an animal, another non-human animal? How do you get their consent? Can't. This is one thing, they don't speak human talk. There's no way to do that with them. So, and I started thinking of it along this angle. What if a law passed making it legal for restaurants to refuse service to people who just happen to be conservative, Republican voters, libertarians, gun toters, big game hunters, that kind of thing? Right-wing leaning Christians? Yeah, if people like that were refused service by pizza places, cake baking places, other areas like laundromats, grocery stores, etc., on down the line. They will not allow people like that to be served. Well, these same conservatives would complain that they were being discriminated against, and true, they would be. But doing it to gays is still discrimination. You fill in the blank on whatever type of person that you're refusing service to. If you refuse service to someone because of their sexual orientation, skin color, hair color, political leanings, or whatever, you're discriminating against them. It's discrimination, any way you look at it. And the so-called fix they're making to the bill doesn't really solve the problem. The problem is hate. And hatred should never, ever be justified. This law is an attempt to justify hatred. An attempt that will and has failed. Now, I've got a story on that pizzeria place. It turns out they had to close their business. They had to go out of business because they were not getting enough customers to their place because they refused to serve gay people. So now, conservatives have raised $100,000 to donate to this place Excuse me, but isn't that a handout? The same people that rail against handouts are actually giving these people handouts. Double standard. Just as conservatives have been in all sorts of other areas. This isn't... But to be discriminating, I blame the people of Indiana, honestly. And if they hadn't have voted Republican in the last election, we wouldn't be in this mess right now. Things could have been on the up and up between 2015 and 2016, but no! You guys had to vote conservative Republican and give the GOP not only the House, but the Senate too. And you had to let them win in all these other places as well. And now we've got all this mess going on. And, well, you can't say it's my fault. I tried to prevent this from happening. I did my part to try to stop shit like this from happening. You can't blame me for all of this. You can't blame anyone like me for all of this. It's the people that voted Republican that are to blame. And Tom Cotton says, well, you're lucky. You should be glad that we're not killing gay people. You Republicans should be glad we're not putting you on boats and deporting your sorry asses. You should be glad you're not getting deported. I'll just about run out of patience with these guys. Truth, they need to either stop what they're doing or it's going to be one rough 2 years. Anyways, this is not how a business should be run. You're in a business. You have to overlook person's sexual orientation, person's skin color, hair color, eye color, gender. Even their politics. How many times have I had to swallow my pride and help out people who were knowingly neoconservative assholes? Had the swastikas, I mean the Confederate flags on their cars, shirts, hats. I was part of that business. I had to go ahead and help them out anyway, because it was my job. The job of anyone in a business. So refusing to service the gays is a great way to help put yourself out of business. Because that's a slippery slope. But conservatives, stop being a bunch of hypocrites with these handouts. Stop giving handouts to these people that are about to go out of business. Let them go out of business. You know, let our liberal institutions go out of business. Let them go out of business too. Don't be hypocrites. Hate is not the way. Let love come through. Okay, that's it. Bye.